I found this list of readable hex codes. I thought this was such a delight that I wanted to figure out what they actually look like and see them. I created a Google Sheet here, and I did a little bit of AppScript to actually change the background of the cell, the exact hex code that it is, because I really wanted to see like what they are. Here's coffee, here's decade, and that's what I saw on Twitter. Decade, D-E-C-A-D-E, is a full English word, and it is also a hex code. That's what it means by readable hex codes. There's coffee with a 0 as the O, here's dabbed, here's deface, deeded, there's facade, a face, doodad with zeros as O's, bedded, beaded, we have Acadia, Bobby, Debbie, or beefed. I thought that would be funny. I thought that was funny. Yeah, I found these on a gist. Someone produced this. Someone created this on, or not created this, but shared this on Twitter. And now here's the code to do this. And I thought this would be really interesting to show you how I did this. So I'm going to go to AppScript. And what I mean by did this is when I click on a cell, A5, this AB1DED is a hex code. All I have to do is go up here, set background, and it'll take the value of the text and then set the background as that hex code. So now we get to see all of these hex codes and what they actually look like. So I'm going to edit this a little bit to make it easier to read. Okay, so I just deleted all the unnecessary rows and columns, added a couple more here to give it a little space, a little bit. And then now we see this Debbie, DEB1E. If we go up here, set background, it will change the background color. So we now see all of these colors. We can do each one if we want. I did coffee, decade. But again, I wanted to show you, and in this video, share with you this app script. Super simple. It's called Readable Hex Codes. If you're a Better Sheets member and you're watching this right now on bettersheets.co, download. You can get this sheet exactly downloaded. You can download it right away down below. If you're watching this on YouTube, go become a Better Sheets member and get this. And over 350 videos, 2 epic courses, one to create a Google Sheet add-on. I show you literally every step to take to create a Google Sheet add-on. And then also learn how to code. I have Learn How to Code, which is a 40-minute crash course, but I also have a 3-hour course that takes you from knowing nothing to taking you to sending emails automatically, automate your spreadsheets, spreadsheet automation 101. But let me go into this readable hex code. So again, we have a hex code, and we just want to set the background color of this text. So what we do is we create a function called change background. I got the hex by just going to spreadsheet app.getActiveRange.getValue. So this is just getting the text that's inside of the active range, where your cursor is. If I change the cursor anywhere, that's the active range. Then I just get that value. Getting value is super simple. It's a get a value, and that's that text inside of the cell. And then the range is going to be pretty much the same, spreadsheet app.getActiveRange, because we're using our mouse. And the only code I have to actually execute here is range.setBackground hex. So this hex is the variable here for spreadsheet at get value. Range is where we're going to do this. We could actually, sometimes this is easier to see if it's set up like this. We have spreadsheet app.getActive, set background, and then the value in here is this hex. But I also can separate these things that we have repeated, this range. So I can do something like this, variable range equals, and then this is hex. Yeah, and then I can do range as well. And that as I could do as well, but I did want to show that this spreadsheet app.getActiveRange was repeated here. It's sometimes a little difficult to see that. So I did want to do that. Oh, there we go. And now the last thing is this hex code menu up here, which you might find really exciting or interesting if you've never seen this before. It's a custom menu that we can create. And we create that with a function onOpen. OnOpen is something we have to type ourselves, but it is something we have to type explicitly the same. This change background is just us typing some text, anything we want, but onOpen is very specific. It has to have a capital O as the open, but a lowercase o, an on. And what it does is this executes the moment that you open a spreadsheet. And what we're doing is we're getting the UI, which is spreadsheet app.getUI. We're then going .create menu. We're naming the menu. This name, hex code menu, is the name of the menu. So if I change this to set hex code, we'll change that menu title. Then we add item, and we create first an argument that says, here's the text that will show up. But then we do comma, and we have text of the actual function name. So this change background, if I actually change this to set background, I would have to come here to line 10 and change this to set background. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to do Command S to save, but you can also press the Save Project button here. Now we have set background. We have a function on open, and then we're going to execute that based on this button. And all of this is the only thing we need to create this hex code menu. But right now, it's this set background, which is right here. But we need to update it to this new name, set hex code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the app script. I'm going to refresh the sheet, which reopens it. And then you'll see here there's a blank right away next to help, but it'll load set hex code. See, now we have the correct one. And we can go back to acidic here, see what that looks like. There we go. Oh, wow. That's really cool. And we can set this background again and again for all of these. It's going to set the background based on the hex code in here. I thought that was really cool. And I think, one, check out these hex codes, right? They're really funny and fun. But two, I hope you learned something from this app script that we created here. Just a little tool, really quick tool to do this. Instead of having to take this text, Command C, what was it? Wait, Command C, fill color, custom color, hex code, doodad. Okay, that replaces all of that. Now we have one button, two buttons to check off. Doft. Doft is nice. What else? Decide. What is decided? Yeah. Defied. I want to see what deface looks like. Nice. Deface is like very pukey color. What is facade? What is the facade of facade? That's pretty cool. What is office with a 1 as the I? Wow, that is sweet. These are all really cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you're a Better Sheets member and you're watching this on bettersheets.co, get the sheet down below. If you're not, go become a Better Sheets member today. Bye. Watch the latest video from Better Sheets right here. If you haven't watched any other videos on Better Sheets, you are in for a treat. Enjoy.